For Dutchy, it's going well. I mean, he's been skating since last Monday in Mini, and we're very happy where he is right now. Now, is he going to play in this series? We're not sure yet. We'll see. He won't play tomorrow. Same with Mitchell.
You were frank after the game last night, this morning on the radio and other places about the deficiencies in the games there and the problems. But the roller coaster ride of the playoffs, this series is 2-2.
Yes.
Are you going to show up tomorrow?
Us?
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, listen, you're looking around the league right now. It's pretty impressive. I mean, I cannot remember seeing a Western Conference teams going 1-15 on the road. Let's not forget that. I mean, I know that we love to say we're Stanley Cup contenders, bingo, like this. We have to, even you guys as a reporters, you need to be positive. This is very important. I mean, I know you love winning as much as I do, and you know that I love winning. But we need to be patient with our group. I mean, this is a young team. This is a team that, let's not forget, finished 29 last year. These are huge steps, and this is a learning process. I'd like to say to you that in '96, that team learned how to win the previous years. In Quebec, they had the bumpy road. You remember in '93, we told you the story. They got beat by Montreal in 6 games. The following year, they missed the playoff. And then they came back against the Rangers, the famous goal by Joe on the call by Andy Van Elleman. There's a process, and I think the road trip was good for us in some ways. Hey, we're not happy. I mean, and I think it's a little rude to say, are we going to show up? Because we've been showing up all year. And I think we deserve more respect for what we've been doing than this. And I'm proud of my team. I'm extremely proud. And I'm not going to throw them under the bus because I'm their partner. I've been with them all along, and I trust our team. Now, we have faced adversity like it happened in Anaheim, like it happened in St. Louis. Then there's a lot of team in that position. Let's not forget, look at Anaheim. They go in Dallas. They lost one of the defensemen that play over 20 minutes in Robida. The next game, they lost Geslav. Hey, we should be proud of our guys. We should be proud of our guys. What our guys have accomplished, it's outstanding, it's amazing. I understand we want a fast track. I understand we want to be Stanley Cup contenders. But it's a learning process. What the Montreal Canadiens did in '86 with 8 rookies, I'm not telling you it's going to happen every year, and maybe it has changed. It's tough to win the Stanley Cup.
But this series is 2-2.
Yeah.
We're reacting, we're talking, we're writing, we're saying as if you're down 3-0 and you've got no chance. Do you have a chance?
Oh, I don't know. Did you guys did that?
Yeah, that's what.
I'm a little surprised then. I mean, but I'm positive. You know, it's the way I've been all year, and I have a lot of respect for what you guys are doing, the job you're doing. But at the same time, my glass is half full, and I'd rather think that way. I mean, there is things that we could do better. We're going to show our guys. We're going to take the time, and we're going to be patient with this group. We need to learn. We need to learn, and we are in that process. And that's the beauty of our game. That's the beauty of the business of hockey. It'd be too easy to go from 29 and win the Stanley Cup and go like this, isn't it? And unfortunately, it's a process, and we're going to follow the process. Can we skip some level of it? I hope so. But I'm very proud of what we've been accomplished so far. Am I satisfied? The answer is no. But let's not forget, we're playing against a good team, a team that played really well in their building. Their fans were outstanding, and all they did to us, it's what we did to them. We beat them twice here. Our fans were there. We're on their feet. Their fans were on. Now we need our fans again to give that little push that our players need. And I think that's going to help our team. Our fans going to be behind us. Our fans going to cheer for us. Our fans going to be a difference maker. Hey, think about it. When Granlund blocks those 4 shots, with 2 of them with no stick, and every time he was blocking one, the building was going louder and louder. Do you think he didn't want to block I think he would have liked to block 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more shots. Was that your question?
How do you not an offense for that he had 11 shots?
I'm not happy about that. Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, we know we could do better, and we will. I mean, there's always adjustment. I have to say their defensemen play really well. One other thing, their goalie did a good job not giving too many rebounds. Plus, we missed the net too many times. We've been like this a bit all year, and I'm also guilty of things. I mean, all year we accept, putting pucks on net with a purpose to score a goal. Sometimes in playoff, you need to put the puck on net with the purpose to get a rebound. And we just need to change a little bit, fine-tuning a few things here and there.
You mentioned last week that if they did something, you had adjustments, you had plan B, plan C.
Yes.
Have you gone through those adjustments, and do you need to go deeper?
They haven't present things that much differently. I mean, I would say that one thing they did really well is the forecheck. Their forecheck is more aggressive than it was in Denver. And I thought yesterday we did a decent job. I mean, breaking out and stuff like that. Where they made a good adjustment is defensive zone coverage. We could have mixed one adjustment a little different, and I think that would help us. And that's what I'm going to show our guys today. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I mean, it's no. I think we're right there with them, and now it's our turn to. Sorry for the words, but put our on the table.
There's a lot of it trying to get more shots, but I think trying to obviously the transition coming out of your end, getting more flow there.
Does our D could skate more with the puck? Yeah. That will help the transition. Can we make better dump to get those pucks? Yes. Would that help us to get more shots on net? Yes. But I'm going to be very cautious in what I'm going to say, but it's not just shots on net we want. It's scoring chance. I mean, you could finish the game with 50 shots on net, but if you end up the night with 6 scoring chances, are you better off? You're going to say, yeah, but you could score maybe off one of, you're probably sometimes counting on bad goals to win a game. Hey, bad goals happen, but they don't happen every night. But I mean, I don't disagree that we should find a way to put more shots on net. But what we're looking for more for us is to generate more scoring chance. And certainly, we'd like to have the puck more in their end. Yesterday, I think it was like 14-8. I mean, puck possession in end. I mean, we spent 14 minutes in our end, we spent 8 minutes in the other end. Then it's clearly not enough. Normally, you're going around 11 and 12 minutes on each side. It's pretty balanced. Then it's clear that they dominate us in that game. I mean, we're not going to hide ourselves. I mean, but at the same time, there's some little things we could do a little bit better. Puck protection offensively. I mean, be better in our one-on-one battle. I'm not going to look like a genius to you today if I say we need to be better in our one-on-one battle. I mean, we lose most of them in many. Then it's going to come up to when you start talking about putting your on the table, that's what you're talking about, winning your one-on-one battles. If you're better in those areas, obviously it helps yourself.
Patrick, you talked about the power play even the first couple of games, which obviously you won.
I'd love to see our power play at 50%, but it's not going to happen in the playoffs. And we all know that. I mean, look at every series. I mean, it's now you're regrouping the top 8 teams in our conference. They know how to play the game. And most of them have playoff experience and great coaching at the same time. Then even for many, it's not that easy to score goals. I'm sure on the other side, they would love. I mean, yesterday they had a big bounce, hit the partition, came back in front. I mean, score. I mean, on great play by Cole, like I said after the game. But at the same time, it's not how pretty it's going to be. It's to find a way to put one in, and I think that's going to bring a lot of confidence to our team.
Varlamov is finalist for the Vezina, and I know you've said tons about him, but now it would have been a shock if he hadn't been. But your comment on him being.
I'm so happy for him. I mean, he's been outstanding all year. I mean, and even in that playoff, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. I mean, if we had a chance to win in mini, I mean, it was because of him. I mean, the 0-0 game could have gone either way. A lucky bounce. I mean, and he was. I'm proud of him. It's great to see. I mean, these are not baby steps he made. I mean, when I met him in Montreal, when he went there with François and Jiggy for last summer, he wanted to be more consistent. He wanted to be a difference maker on our team, and he's been doing more than that. He's been winning games for us. And on that trip, I mean, it's too bad because he could have. I mean, it would have been great to steal the game. And you know what? In playoffs, you're looking at a lot of games, and there's a lot of games that I think on the road in our conference anyway, the goalies might have to steal those games on the road.
Patrick, what were the biggest lessons you think your club learned in the 2 games?
I mean, I think that first of all, many play with a type of urgency that we haven't seen all year. That's A. B. I think we cannot look at them. We have to move our feet. We have to skate, and we have to be better. I'm sure they realize the one-on-one battles are a little more grit, with more grit than it is in all the games we played against them. Then it's our turn now to step up. I mean, like I said before, I mean they beat us twice in their building. We beat them twice in ours. Then we have to come with a lot of confidence. And one of the key players for us, I repeat myself, but one of the key players will be our fans. Our fans, I mean, they're going to be up their feet, and they're behind us, and they're going to support us, and that's going to be a big difference maker.
You said that your glass is half full. Are the players feeling the same way, or do they need a bit of a pep talk?
Well, we're going to talk today. Don't worry about it. I mean, but, you know, when we put our plan for the playoffs, reads, it was not to go 16-0. How many teams have been 16-0 in the history of the NHL? Come on, you know that. None? Is there one? No? Surprised to hear that. I thought it was 100 teams. I mean, it's tough in the playoffs. Then the 2-2 doesn't bother me one bit. It's how we're going to bounce back that I want to see tomorrow. That's all.
When you talk about sense of urgency, can you impart that to your team, or do they know the sense of urgency with basically a 3-game series now? See it.
I'm not sure I have to talk about urgency, quite honestly. I mean, they know. I mean, look at just the way they answered the question yesterday after the game. They were not happy. I mean, and this is a good sign. This is a team that wants to do well. Hey, we wanted to please our fans at the start of the season. And these guys, they didn't decide going in mini on the plane saying, well, you know what? I think I did enough for these fans. I mean, let's stop and let's lose those 2 games. I mean, we don't have to win. I mean, it's not that important. I mean, you think they thought that way? Nah. They went there. They had the same thinking. Well, we were just not ready for it. And even myself, I have to admit, I was a little surprised by how well these guys have played. And they deserve credit. Let's give them the credit they deserve. Now we're going in front of our fans, and let's play hard.